A St. John man who was sexually abused by a former cadet leader has settled his lawsuit against the federal government out of court. His civil suit was supposed to go to trial in the port city today. A court-ordered publication ban prohibits us from naming the man, and as Connell Smith reports, the details of the settlement are also being kept under wraps.
The case was launched by a former air cadet who is now in his 40s. The federal government first attempted to have the case dismissed on the grounds that the assaults did not take place on cadet time, but rather after hours in the home of the adult cadet officer. Judge Hugh McClellan did not buy that argument and denied that attempt to dismiss. Trial dates were set for this month, but a few weeks ago, lawyers for the Federal Office of the Attorney General and for this former cadet quietly met here in St. John and settled the matter out of court. Lieutenant Edward O'Leary was an officer with the Simons Air Cadets back in the 1980s. Court records show that he enticed cadets to come to his home to hang out after hours, to play Dungeons and Dragons, and sometimes to stay overnight. He was convicted for assaulting 5 cadets. Now, as is typical with out-of-court settlements, details are being kept strictly confidential with no formal acceptance of responsibility, including any, and there are no details being released about any settlement for financial damages. But the lawyer for this case says there is a second similar case involving another former St. John Air Cadet. That's making its way through the courts in Nova Scotia. And this lawyer, Ali Raja, who represents both of these former cadets, says that the willingness of the federal government to settle on this St. John case may have it may indicate a willingness to settle that Halifax case as well. If not, that matter goes to trial in December. Connell Smith, CBC News, St. John.